Peace and grand setting, everybody. EmpressNel here. Right now, I'm listening to a lecture, but I decided to pause it and take a few moments to reflect and meditate. And a way that I reflect and meditate prior to the sun setting, I tried my best to be more discipline myself and get into the word. So right now, I'm reading the book of Psalms. For those who know, who are reading the word, Psalms has a lot of hidden wisdom as well as Proverbs and the book of Johns. But I'm over here reading the book of Psalms, chapter 35, and I'm like, okay, David got bars. So I'm reading. I am currently on Psalms 35. I was reading verses 9 through 14 that I just highlighted. And so, Psalms verse 4, I'm going to start reading that. Oh, but first, let me get my Rastafari prayer book. I was like comparing it. And as I was reading it, I was like, this verse sounds very familiar. Yeah, it sounds very familiar. Okay, that's Psalm 71. Ha! Look at Jah. Okay, I know I'm a little bit off topic, but I'm about to compare the two. So, Psalms 35 verses, because I was like, Jah said, keep reading. But Psalms 35 verses 4 through 14. It starts off, it says, let them be confounded, C-O-N-F-O-U-N-D-E-D. Now, for those who does not know what confounded is another way of saying let them be ashamed, let them be embarrassed. Okay? So, let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul, after our souls. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. As you see, them is emphasized. It's italicized. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause they have hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. Those who don't know what salvation means redemption, to be redeemed, to be forgiven for your sins, to basically those who are ignorant to the fact of whatever. But you see Jah, higher power, God, Yahweh, whoever, whatever you believe or know, they see you're trying your hardest, and instead of them judging you, because you know higher power doesn't judge anybody. If anything, he teaches you, he gives you hints and think of a puzzle, like he gives you bits and pieces to add to the puzzle, to solve the puzzle. So think of life like that. I hope I'm using a great analogy, but verse 10, all my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him? False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into mine own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or or brother. I bowed down heavenly as one that mourneth for his mother. I was like, okay, David, okay. David got bars. In all seriousness, my understanding of this is, just to make a synopsis of this, how you live your life when you're trying to live your life and be and do and continue to be a righteous individual. As I always stress, my husband, I always stress this on our page, but it's that serious, because I know people probably viewing it like, oh, she's talking about this again. It's really that serious. These people, they see, excuse me, I took a nap earlier, but these people, they see that we are all rising. They see that no matter what, they try to find ways of distracting you, trying to pull you from keeping a cleansed soul, per se, by trying to make way of coming at your significant other with temptation and lust. The most common example that I can give, excuse me, but I say all that to say that I was like, this sounds very familiar, and it does. Now, I'm going to refer to the Jah Rastafari prayer book, because what I'm reading, I have my phone right now. I have the Bible app on my phone, and I adjusted it to the King James Version, because as Rastafarians refer to the King James Version. For those who don't know, most way to overstand things and not overcomplicate things like the other ones, the Eastern Standard Version and all the other ones. But let me get back on. Let me get on point. I'm getting a little excited. It's funny. I'm probably post this video before the other video, but it's funny. It's crazy how Jah works, because I was literally editing one of the videos that I plan to post, and within that video, this prayer that I'm about to read, I started the video with that prayer, because I understand, like, I am not ashamed. We are not ashamed of who we are, and we are not ashamed to let people know who our Almighty Creator is, which is Jah. And it's funny because we've had people who try to discredit and disrespect, I don't know who Jah is, whoever the F that is, you know, like, wow, okay, you know, fear of the unknown. Okay, if you're ignorant to the fact, that's fine, but one thing I never do is disrespect and discredit anyone's beliefs or knowings, and would appreciate if other people didn't do that with us. Not saying those who view our videos do that, but people that we've interacted with. They're like, who's Jah? Who's Jah? It's evident that his name alone, saying it out loud, vocalizing it holds power, because we understand once we mention his name, some people, they go into Agent Smith mode, per se, and they're just on, their whole demeanor changes. Even prior to us saying Jah, once we mention we're Rastafarian, they're like, oh, you know. So I'm getting off topic a little bit, but I'm going to read this prayer again, because the power of prayer, you know. And I know Spirit told me read this prayer, because I was just going to refer to the actual Psalms prayer, but I write notes in this book. Like, as you can see, I have all types of notes written in this book. It's not just a prayer book for I and I. We actually refer to this book. It's that serious, and still have yet to write more. But anyways, let me get to the point. So, for those who would like to hear the prayer and appreciate the prayer, this is a Jah Rastafari prayer for Jah's protection. As I mentioned, you do not have to be Rastafarian to stick around for the prayer, you know, because we, you know, Rastafarian, we don't judge anybody. For those who are in need of prayer, I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to read the Psalms prayer, and then you're going to see the comparison. It says, Jah, you are the one who created the earth and the heavens. You make the rain to fall. You make the sun to rise and to set. You make the moon to shine at night. You are the most powerful. You are the most high. Jah, I and I ask for your protection. Keep I and I safe, and may I and I have no cause to feel alarm. I believe in your wisdom and your power. I and I will continue to fast and will continue to pray, as I know you are here with me. In King Selassie I name, Jah Rastafari, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. There's a note at the bottom, and it says, the following Psalms should be read as much as needed for the duration that you need protection. ... Please be sure to read the Psalms out loud. So for those who just want to stick around for the prayer, it's fine. Like, if you skip the whole video, you stick around for the prayer, I appreciate that. But I just feel it's necessary to read this, so I'm going to read it for those in need. I feel like I'm mama. So early in the beginning of the video, I mentioned from the Bible, the King James Version, when I was reading the Bible, that was from Psalms 35. Now I'm going to read the first few lines over again. It says, I'm going to read verse 4 through 7, okay? It says, let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery. Let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Which means, well, my understanding of that is, those who has dark energy surrounding them, negative energy, whatever, and they continue to do evil or bad or whatever, which trip, it's a lot. But basically, those who have malicious and ill and evil intent to those they cross paths with, let them be that way. Continue to be light in the darkness. Continue to not dim your light, but turn it up, turn it all the way up. And if they are having a problem with that, then so be it. They are not meant to be in your space, and that goes for anybody. Now, I'm going to read Psalm 71, which is right after the Rastafari prayer for protection. It says, in thee, and you guys can bow your heads and close your eyes for this as well. And I've read this a lot when my husband was incarcerated. I read this on a daily, like one of my prayers to read when I start in the rising, or even whenever it's necessary. I'll open this book and I read it, or I'll open my Bible app, like, because right now I'm not home, I'm traveling for work. Open my Bible app, because I don't have my Bible with me, read the word. Even if it's just something as simple as one chapter or a page, make sure to just, in thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. You see how similar it sounds to Psalms 35? Now listen. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For thou art my hope, O Lord God, thou art my trust from my youth. By thee have I been holden up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. I am as a wonder unto many, but thou art my strong refuge. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise and with thy honor all the day. Cast me not off in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength faileth. For my enemies speak against me. Sounds very similar. Psalms 35. And they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. The unrighteous, the wicked ones, they collude together. You gotta watch people. You gotta analyze people. Be very mindful of who you surround yourself with. gotta be quiet, you know, my throat chakras. My bad, y'all, my bad. But saying God hath forsaken him, persecute and take him, for there is none to deliver him. Now this is the verse where I was like, hold on, that sounds very familiar. O God, be not far from me. O my God, make haste for my help. Let them be confounded, ashamed, disturbed, embarrassed, and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Meaning, one or multiple things try to like stand in the way, try to like keep you stagnant, keep you from elevating, from evolving, from continuing to doing the works. I literally watched this video the other day and the lady was like, not everybody's gonna resonate with you. That goes for anything that you do, anything that you say. They see you trying to be positive. They see you trying to liberate our people, and not just our people, but righteous people, you know? And these people, because it's funny because I literally had a conversation the other day, and I don't even think I told my husband this, but because I try not to bring up, you know, negative stuff. Like, I feel it's necessary to mention per se. And I remember the other day I was at work, and the type of job, the type of career field that I'm in, I work 12-hour shifts. I work 4 12-hour shifts. And I think it was like my 4th day that week. And I remember I was at work, and I think it was like maybe 3-ish, 4-ish in the evening. We had a few hours left. And I was, first of all, I wasn't even talking to this lady, this woman. I was communicating with another co-worker, and just, she asked me a question about a certain product or whatever. And, you know, we were just having a conversation about that particular product, sharing information, you know, sharing wisdom with one another. And one thing I love is when someone asks me a question and I am knowledgeable about it, or even if I lack knowledge of it, I'll go back, you know, humble myself, do some research, and I'd be so excited, like a kid in a candy store, to share that knowledge and that wisdom. Like, I love learning. I love teaching, and that was a teaching moment, and I was like, oh yes, I know about this, da, da, da. Like, but I was very humble. And I guess based on my aura and my aura and my demeanor, my husband and I, we're very bubbly people. Me, I've always been a very bubbly person all my life. Especially once I get more familiar with you, I'm just I'm just myself all around, and very bubbly, very goofy. I was like, oh yeah, da, 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 da. And you know, being that the type of lifestyle that we live, we're very active, we eat very clean, and a lot of people don't know that food is medicine, food is energy. And so this lady walks by and she's just like, oh, I don't see how you have all this energy, yada yada yada. Mind you, she wasn't direct with me. Like, we were standing in the hallway to the side, and she was like in passing, basically, I don't see how she has this fucking energy, like, what the fuck, it's not that serious, it's not that, you know, just being negative Nancy. And I just looked at her and I just smiled, and I was just like, I responded like this, I laughed, and I was like, God bless you, God bless you. And based on my response, she felt a certain way because I didn't respond in the manner that she wanted me to. And she proceeds to turn around and ask me the same way. And she's being very passive aggressive. And I guess she figured her being the way that she was would work on me. Or maybe she thought I was going to respond out of anger because she's just an angry person. But then it's funny because when we meet people and I tell them about their stuff, they're like, you don't know me, you don't know me. My husband, we always tell them, we know people like you. The fact that you don't know me And our first interaction, you know, I'm being positive. Mind you, I'm teaching somebody right now. And this other girl, she's a traveler as well. We have about the same amount of experience. But just because she has 10 years, for an example, and I got 5, for an example, for instance, doesn't mean that we can't learn from each other. Doesn't mean that we can't teach each other. And I already know it's bigger than that. I was irritating her demons. Like the lady said in the video, not everybody's going to resonate with you. Not everybody's going to be on the same frequency and on the same level that you are on. There are going to be people when you are preaching per se, or you are enlightening those around you, right? Instead of judging them like most people do. When you're enlightening others around you, there are people who are going to be like, you know, like, and that's okay. And that's fine. And that is where the test comes in of the level of growth, the level of emotional maturity that you are at, per se. Because there are going to be people who, see, a lot of people fail to realize because you're righteous, they think that you don't deal with people's being ignorant and people being negative and people who are trying to put themselves in your space. And that's what that lady tried. And she was just, I mean, whoo. And I looked at her and I said, God bless you. With a smile. And I wasn't being a bitch. I wasn't being an asshole. Excuse my French. I know you can't cuss on YouTube, but I wasn't. And she just kept, I was just looking at her like, are you okay? my bad. So, there's so many things that I could have said, but I let her know, just because you don't resonate with what I'm saying and you're happy, you're unhappy with self, that doesn't give you the right to come over here and insert yourself in a conversation that does not involve you, right? Because it's something that you don't understand, and that's fine. But just because you don't resonate with it, and just because you're unhappy with yourself, I'm unhappy. Let me finish. Okay? See, people think because you're spiritual and you're it doesn't matter, spiritual or religious. People think because you know the Almighty Creator, or you are like this with whoever your Almighty Creator is, they think that it is okay to come into your space and try to tell you who you are and try to tell you what you're going to do and what they're going to do to you. No. It's funny because where I work at, I cannot be on my phone, and in the midst of that, my uniform, I wear my jacket around my waist, and I keep this on me. Because the Bible that I have at home, and my husband, he's so sweet. He got me another Bible that's around this size, probably a tad bit smaller. And he was like, babes, I got a surprise. And we were talking a few days ago, and he was like, I got us another Bible. So when you come home, you can take that with you or whatever. And yeah, I keep this on me. And she seen the jacket so deep. All you could see was the way the Rastafarian book was hanging out, because I keep this on me. You can see, all you see is his eyes from up. So like, I have the jacket like right here. I have the jacket around my waist, and his book is like right here. And she was just, I don't know if she thought maybe, and not trying to be racist or not sound racist or nothing, but she was a white lady, looked to be maybe 20, 30 years older than me. And I don't judge people. I don't give a shit what color you are. Right is right, wrong is wrong, you know? And I just felt the need to tell her that, because I take that very seriously. That is a big part of my life. Being Rastafarian is a big part of me being changed and grown improved and evolving, elevating to where I are now. Like, our lives have changed a lot since we've been Rastafarian. We've been Rastafarian for a while now, and one day we'll probably make a video about it. But I notice a lot of people, they have this misconception that Rastafarians are dangerous and hateful and bad people, and we're not. Because when I was in the midst of teaching that young lady, because we're around the same age, I'm gonna call her a young lady. When I was, well, she was like 30 or something. When I was teaching that young lady, I mentioned Jah, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we are not ashamed of who we are. And even her, she was like, I heard Jah, da 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 da, but she wasn't disrespectful about it. She didn't know, but she wasn't like most people. She was like, oh, okay, please enlighten me. Like, what's Rastafarianism? I've heard it. I have an uncle, he's Jamaican, and he's a Rasta. And I noticed, she's like, I do notice that you guys don't eat meat. She was like, I could be wrong, correct me. You guys don't eat meat. Some eat fish. I was like, yes, continue. She knew a lot. She said, do you guys drink? I said, no, Rastas don't drink. She was like, wow, okay. And I remember one day she was making coffee, and she was like, you drink coffee? And I was like, no, I don't drink coffee. And she was like, what? You don't drink coffee? Like, it's funny, everybody think because you're in the medical field that everybody drinks coffee. I'm like, no, I don't drink coffee. I can't drink coffee. It goes against my spiritual beliefs. You know, I'm a Rasta. Rastas don't drink coffee. Rastas don't eat meat. I do drink tea, though. I love me some tea. Love a good tea. And it's funny because a lot of the things that I mentioned in the herbology book, in one of those videos that we posted, I think it's the Growth is Ever Present post. I could be wrong. No, excuse me. I think it's the Through Wisdom We Find Peace video. A lot of that stuff that we mentioned, like hibiscus tea, ginger and stuff, a lot of that I already knew. I just felt like that encyclopedia that of herbology was a way to enlighten oneself, things that we've already known per se, enlighten us and change our perspective in a manner, and also taught us a lot. And that is what we built our platform for, to share ideas and share wisdom. And I know I've been ranting a little bit, but I just felt it was necessary to express that you know, people, I don't know, I don't understand or understand why people do the things that they do. But what I do know is, for those who are trying to eat well, do well, and just want to be at peace, just want to be at a sense of tranquility in life overall, like, you have to really use your discernment and pay attention to the little things. Like, I know it sounds redundant and I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it until Jah decides, hey, all right, you've been gone long enough. All right, it's your time to boop, you know, it's time for you to come home. And so, yeah, I do apologize. I've been ranting a little bit, but yeah. So let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. But I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. My mouth shall shew forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. O God, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto that I have declared thy wondrous works. Now also when I am old and gray-headed, O God, forsake me not until I have shewed thy strength unto this generation, and thy power to everyone that is to come. Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high, who hast done great things. O God, who is like unto thee? Thou which hast showed me great and sore trouble, shall quicken me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side. I will also praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth. O my God, unto thee will I sing the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. Thou Holy One of Israel. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto thee, and my soul which thou hast redeemeth. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day long, for they are confounded. They are ashamed. They want you to be ashamed. For they are brought unto shame that seek my hurt. Shah Rastafari, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So those who try to tear you down and try to tell you who you're not going to be, or who you say you are, who you know who you are. You know yourself. You know who you are. You know who you're becoming. Don't let anybody let me be close. Okay? What I add right over here. Listen to me. And a lot of these things that I'm telling you guys, I make sure to speak life into self. See, that's what a lot of people fail to realize. They're so focused and concerned and worried about the wrong thing. Don't let anybody tell you who you're not going to be. You know who you are. And if you don't, take a step back, sit to self for as simple as 3 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you can. Sit still, meditate, reflect, and do some breathing exercises, whatever it is that you need to do. Stay grounded, practice humility and gratitude, and know that you are loved. And don't let anybody tell you that you are any less than. Okay? And if they do, fuck them. And a lot of these things, excuse my French, and a lot of these things that I'm telling you guys, I make sure I speak them upon myself. I make sure we go back and we rewatch a lot of these things, because a lot of what we're expressing to you guys, we make sure that we are doing our part too. Make sure that you're doing your part, making sure that you are doing your due diligence, okay? Because it is so much going on in this world right now. So much going on in this world. So much. We are at war, okay? And it's not in a manner that you all think, okay? It's literally in the Bible. Literally in the Bible. It's funny because I know I don't even realize I've been talking this long, but I love to take notes. And when I was in college, my professor, she used to make jokes and call me the secretary, Miss Secretary. Notice the way that she says it, I could see the glow in her eyes. She would smile and, oh, you're the secretary, you just love to take notes, and yada yada, and just very soft-spoken and very motherly. And some of my classmates would laugh, like, and I'm just like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. I'm gonna leave y'all with a quote, but beforehand, I'm going to read my understanding of the Bible. And so, the Bible, I think I read this somewhere, I could be wrong, but the Bible, the acronym for the Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Okay? Bible. B-I-B-L-E. Okay, I'm gonna put it down below. Now let me know if you guys resonate with it, or you're just like, oh, she's reaching. You know what I mean? Hey, basic instructions before leaving Earth. For those who love knowledge, those who love to learn, who actually take the time to, they say, go down a rabbit hole take the time to analyze within the analyzing, and analyzing within that analyzation. They don't just go based off what people are telling them. They're like, let me write that down. Let me pause it. Oh, let me write that down too. Oh, what's that? Okay. And then they look, and then they find something within that, and they find something within that, and then boom, pow. The mind is a powerful thing. The mind is a powerful thing. And a lot of people overlook the Bible. It's funny, there's a lot more people are talking about the Bible, but I remember when I was a kid, I used to get picked on for it. I used to bring my Bible to school. Yeah. I remember one time I got in trouble. I think I was in the 6th or 7th grade. I got in trouble because I got into a fight. That's a whole nother story, but I got into a fight because a girl was bullying a friend of mine, and I don't condone bullying. Like, it's you got people killing themselves now. 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 9-year-olds. This world is fucking cruel. It's sad. And I got picked on because I was short and I was skinny and I had braces. I was a little nerd. I still am a nerd, and I am proud of that. And I'm proud to have a person who respects and acknowledges and admires and is inspired by that. And then he doesn't put me down. Shout out to my husband, Aaron Mason. Much love. He's an incredible man. And then anybody who says that he's any less, fuck them. Excuse my French. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know. He's an incredible person. He's an incredible man. He always tells me every day. I just wish people see how much of a good man I am. And then I just want to see everybody win. And I just want to see everybody do good and do better and be better and do and be righteous. They see this, they see the flesh, they see how he looks, and they judge him. And it's like, y'all don't even know. Like, this man, I always be like, my love, you're a walking encyclopedia. You're a walking encyclopedia. And I am so blessed to have someone like you in my life. I am so grateful. I know I'm being mushy. I know he sees video, he gonna be like, girl. But yeah, the Bible is pretty much, it's a reference. It's a reference. And yeah, I used to get picked on for it. And I remember the principal, she took my Bible, and my mom, if she ever sees the video, she'll know what I'm talking about. We had the Holy Bible, the King James Version, the Old Testament, Hebrew. Yeah, the Old Testament. And it was green. It was like a olivey army green. And Holy Bible was written in gold in print. And the pages, the edges of it was gold. And in the words, when Jesus would speak, it would be in red. For those people know who I'm talking. People, for those who read the word or know about the word or know a little bit of it, or even touched the Bible and read a few pages here and there, they know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to leave you all with a quote. I think I'm gonna start doing that before I end videos. Just leave you guys with a quote. And the quote says, I just passed it. Okay. Quote of the night, because normally I put it in the description box, and I'm not sure if you guys are reading it, but whether you are or aren't, I'm just going to start vocalizing and saying it every day. I'm just going to start reading a quote in a verse. I'll probably read like a verse the beginning of our videos, start reading a verse at the beginning of the videos, and then reading a quote at the end. So this quote is by Renee's Season, and she said, "Your mind is your instrument. Learn to be its master and not its slave." Meaning, learn to, it's self-explanatory. You know, the mind is extremely powerful. And we live in a world where a lot of people don't really know themselves, and they struggle with self, and they struggle with trying to figure out who they are and do things in a way that is meant to grow their souls. They're a lot of that growth. You have to be isolated. It sounds like what? Like, it sounds tough because a lot of people can't sit with themselves or be with themselves, but that's where you get the most of your growth and learn the most of who you are and your sole purpose of being here. And I just wanted to, I don't know, this is so random. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video. I just wanted you guys to truly continue to do the inner workings of self. Don't let someone else's ignorance, their insecurities deter you from being who you were supposed to be. Continue to be who you were supposed to be. Continue to do the work so that you can elevate and grow and evolve into higher self. Because if nobody else told you, I'm gonna tell you, these people, a lot of these people already see. They see. The eyes, I will always say, even when I was little and I didn't even know what it meant, but I knew I resonated with it when I was a kid. I'm like, the eyes are like a window to the soul. Little me, little Nell, 7, 8 years old, saying stuff like that. How do I know that? Little me. To this day, that's stuck with me. It's so true. The eyes are a window to the soul. People look at you and people see you. They see that light. They know. They know. They know you're growing. They know you're elevating. They know you're evolving. And they are afraid, like, oh, this person is a problem. And I'm not just speaking from an aspect of physical, okay? They know. So, if nobody else told you, please continue. Continue doing your shadow work, even when it gets hard, even when you feel like whoever your almighty creator isn't listening to you. You're calling and crying out to them, and things just happening left and right. There's nowhere in a very spiritual now. There are lots of spiritual texts, and overstand. You keep seeing the number 999, for instance. That's your spirit guides informing you that, oh, this, what you're dealing with right now, oh, don't worry. Just hold on a little bit longer. Hold on a little bit longer. We're in the process of building you up. It feels like we're destroying you, but we're in the process of building you up. Build and destroy, that's number 8 of supreme mathematics. It's funny. My husband, we have a lot of knowledge, but we are very humble enough to know that we don't know shit. We tell people this all the time. People are like, wow, you guys are, oh my gosh. It's like, come on now, the world of information, ignorance is a choice, okay? It even says it in the Bible, wisdom, true wisdom. That leads you to freedom. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and thank you so much for watching our videos. And overstanding and understanding, you resonate with what we've experienced, and you resonate with the knowledge and wisdom that we are sharing, the ideas that we are sharing with self. We greatly appreciate you all, every last one of you. Even if it's just, let's say we got 100 views and there's one person watching it 100 times. Good. Keep being fucking awesome. You're fucking awesome, man. Nobody else tells you this. I'm telling you this. You are fucking awesome. Don't let nobody else tell you. Like I mentioned, you see, lady the other day, she thought I was on drugs because I'm very energetic and bubbly. I told her I get my energy from higher power. God bless you. That's okay. You don't resonate with it. That's fine. Don't try to put me down because you're unhappy with self. A lot of these people lie to themselves on a daily. A lot of these people put these masks on and they go out and they put on a facade. And it's evident in the way that they speak, their mannerisms, how they treat people. They think people like me don't pay attention to the little things. I pay attention to everything and the little things in between. You guys need to really start paying attention to the small things in between. Truly. My husband always told me, people show you who they are every day. All you have to do is watch them. Watch them. Just sit back. If you're a very talkative person, try something different. You know, you're saying you want to grow and you want to elevate, you want to change. Just start watching people, like really watching people, those you are around, and you will see. You will see who adds value to your life. And you will see who's trying to take from that. And I'm going to leave you guys with that because I'm talking a lot. And it's been almost 50 minutes. Wow. But, yeah, keep being fucking awesome, man. Keep being awesome. Know that you are loved. And continue. If you viewed this video, congratulations. Higher power blessed you with the gift of life. Take advantage of every moment that you are still drawing breath. Take advantage. Be a part of the change for the greater good. Okay? Know you are loved. And I'm going to keep telling you, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved. Peace, love, and blessings to all. Ashe. EmpressNel out. Peace.